right. Good morning. Welcome to Southwest Flavor. Happy Tuesday to everyone. We have a great show lined up for you today. We have Jeff Saunders with Lady Baba Does Promo. He's co-hosting with me today.
Hey, Ron. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Good. Nice shirt that you have on.
You too. Yeah. Where'd you get that?
We'll talk a little bit more about that later in the show.
All right.
But our first guest today is James Wendling with Beloved Built. Welcome.
Well, thanks, Ron. I'm really excited to be here. Appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in. It was cool that we got to see each other last week. And was it last week? Yeah, it was last week.
Yeah.
And got to get the invite over for you to come here. So welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I'm excited.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, sure. I'm an owner of Beloved Built. So we're a general contractor. We do kitchen and bath remodels primarily.
Okay.
A lot of that. I've been a realtor for 26 years, and I'm a minister at my church, the Bridge Christian Church.
Very nice. Very nice. So when did Beloved Built start?
We started about 2.5 years ago.
Okay.
John Tilley, my partner, and I have been a partner in real estate endeavors for about 5 or 6 years.
Ah.
And then with the interest rate in the market getting kind of interesting, we decided to
Yes.
see if there was a need for more of a service-based contracting in the industry. We were running into a lot of kind of shady people, and so we thought we'd see if there was a need for that and kind of take more of a service and higher quality in construction and
Right.
see if there was a need for that in Tucson.
Right. Yeah. I think one of the things that I've heard from a lot of people is, people are staying in their homes longer because they're locked into a really low interest rate. So they're not going to move into another house, and get a 6 or 7% interest rate where they're probably, if they're going to stay in their house, they're going to do some work on their house.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
They have a 2.75 or a 3.25% interest rate. They're probably not going to want to move up to a 6 or a 7% interest rate. So then the home they're in, maybe they'll do some touch-ups or add a room for their new child or whatever it is.
Sure. And then also we have a older population, a growing older population. There's more seniors now than there has been before, and so there's a need for easier accessibility in the bathrooms. Whether it's making a tub into a shower or the ADA compliant things.
Absolutely, we're doing a lot of that, including kitchen stuff. We'll do modifications where maybe there's floating cabinets out for the lowers, or there's pull downs where the shelves will pull down for the uppers. We're doing this job currently. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Another aspect of it is that they're really lightening up the municipalities, Ore Valley, Pima County, City of Tucson on ADU restrictions or guest houses. A great example would be like in Ore Valley, Lennar built some homes with like mother-in-law quarters, but you couldn't put a range in there because they didn't want you to rent it out, right?
Okay.
But they're pulling back on that restriction so people can, it's for the purpose of like lower income housing or lower price housing for rentals.
Yeah.
So then they can get more rental opportunities in these municipalities.
Yeah.
Right. They definitely have a shortage of low-income housing.
Oh, yeah.
So, like students just graduating, having to pay $2,000 a month in rent.
You're right. Just for an apartment. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And we see a lot more of multi-generation families living together just because of the price of the houses, like we were saying.
Yeah. And we're seeing that too, building guest houses or, like I said, ADUs, which are a guest house. It's just another terminology for that the city of Tucson's utilizing. But for that purpose, where someone will build for maybe aging parents or for their kids.
Right. Yeah, we've seen that. We've seen that a lot in Hawaii when I've been over in Hawaii. And one of our ministers that retired, he lives there now. And he actually bought a property, and he has an ADU that his son lives in.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. So,
yeah, that's really cool.
The same concept. I mean, the housing is so expensive there that you have multi-generations on the same property.
Yeah. It seems like,
it's a growing trend for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, and as our parents grow older, I mean, a lot of us are taking care of them. I have my mother-in-law living with us, and Jeff has his mom living with him.
Yeah.
Just out of necessity, you know?
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's kind of crazy when you have, all these kids and the parents, they're all living in separate places. They're all paying rent or mortgage. And it's like, how are you supposed to save any money if all this money is just going to people who just want some privacy? So the ADU helps, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people think that they can't do specific things, but one example is we're going to do an addition in a neighborhood, and it's going to be a mother-in-law quarters, but it's going to be like a second house attached to the primary residence.
Okay.
So you really do have flexibility on the lots, even if they're a fifth of an acre or less, on building these types of structures.
Yeah. Were you saying that Oro Valley is loosening up a little bit on their restrictions?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. We were able to get a permit passed and approved through them to convert a mother-in-law quarters that had no range in it, oven, stove,
Yeah.
into allowing that to be the case.
Okay.
And that used to not be the case. It was definitely forbidden because they were trying to keep property values up by not allowing these properties to turn into rentals.
Right. But they're so landlocked, and they don't have the room to expand like they'd want to, and so they have to do something.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And it makes sense, they are starting to, I think, realize that. They capture that with like TPT taxes, transactional taxes on rentals or short-term rentals. They'll probably see the revenue from that and say, actually, this isn't too bad of an idea.
Right.
And they do need revenue.
They do.
They've been talking about that and having meetings on what they're going to do to.
They're in a shortfall right now for revenue, so they're trying to figure some things out for different, revenue generating aspects to help the town. Yeah.
How does Marana look? Do you have similar issues with that?
As far as revenue goes, I think Marana's really set themselves up in a great way. They've been a lot more open to different opportunities as far as growing their revenue. And I know that the leadership there is, taking some wise steps. They're very commerce or industry friendly.
They've been flexible with your ADUs?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are flexible with ADUs, so.
That's good to know.
Yeah. So usually with the ADUs, have you been involved in a lot of them? Have you built them from the ground up, or is it something that's kind of pre-manufactured and you bring it in?
No, that's something more that we would build from the ground up.
Okay.
Design it with a drafter from their ideas and build that up.
Okay.
From a lower expense standpoint, I do have an architect that has a bunch of plans available.
Okay.
And they're ready to go for that. And they've all been City of Tucson approved, the plans themselves have.
Oh, wow.
So that shrinks the timeline on that.
Right.
But none of them, we don't do any like prefab stuff.
Okay.
Well, there's probably only so many variations you can do with a smaller unit anyways.
Yeah, really. If you got like 600 to 800 square feet, I mean.
Yeah.
You want to put the fridge next to the couch, or you want to put the fridge next to the bed?
Right?
We're doing one in Pima County that is it allows you to build 70% of the square footage of the coverage of the roof. So that includes covered patios and stuff.
Okay.
And that guest house is going to be about 2,300 square feet. So
Yeah, that's a huge guest house.
Yeah. So when you talk about just the guest house, it doesn't always have to be 600 to 800 square feet. Just depending on what the capability is of the zoning.
Yeah. Wow. I'm sure that was that took some time to learn all that different things, all the different nuances between the county and Marana and Tucson and Oro Valley, and what you can do and what you can't do, and
yeah, absolutely
going back and forth with them.
Yeah, and I'd love to say that I have just a full knowledge of everything in every municipality. But one thing I will say is that before we encumber anybody and cost, we're going to do the research prior to that, to make sure that it's viable.
Yeah.
There's also opportunities if it's not to do like what they call an MSR. That's a modification of a setback request. So people think, okay, I'm going to be like inside my setback. And that's what I'm requesting to modify, right? But that's really for any zoning requirements. So if you want to have, like in that scenario, that 2,300 square foot guest house, if they want a 3,000 square foot guest house, they could submit that form.
Right.
And they could get that modification made as long as the neighbors agree to it. That's the one instance where you got to get their agreement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen people. Well, actually, I had a lady in our neighborhood that went door to door.
Oh,
got
yeah.
signatures. Yeah.
Yep, that's the process.
Yeah. Yeah.
The other option is Pima County will send the letters out on your behalf. I'm torn on which one would be better, right? Hopefully people would be lazy and just not send their response in the 2 weeks required.
Oh, okay.
Or maybe the friendlier neighbor way is to go around and chat with them about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring cookies.
Yeah, right.
That's right. Yeah. She didn't bring me in cookies.
Yeah.
Cookies are always good.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us a little bit about the real estate market. How's it looking?
Well, the real estate market, it's slow right now for sure. I think when you see reports that the real estate market has declined, 3%, that's really a 6-month view. And I suspect just based on what I'm seeing in the marketplace right now, we're going to see where it's dropped maybe more than that. I can't really put a specific number. There's so many variables on that, price range, property type.
Yeah.
But I think that we're definitely in a buyer's market right now.
Okay.
It's not atypical, though, for the fourth quarter to be slower, so we might just be seeing that typical slowing with the impact of the interest rates.
Yeah, yeah. I remember you've always told me that like November and December are usually pretty slow just because of the holidays, and people aren't moving during the holidays, and it picks back up usually in January.
Yep, yeah, exactly, it does. It usually picks up in January, so I'm hopeful with a little bit lower interest rates. With a little buy down, we're at about 5.99 for a conventional loan. So.
Okay.
I think that's a great inducement to get into the market.
Yeah.
And then I think there's some great deals out there for people to have. They can negotiate on the price. They can negotiate on seller concessions where the seller's paying towards a buyer's costs.
Yes. Yeah.
Builders, I think new construction's a great option. They're doing, one builder has a 3.99 fixed for most of it.
Right.
But they'll do a 1.99 or a 2.99 buy down. So the first year is 1.99, second year is 2.99, and then the rest of it's 3.99 fixed. It's not an adjustable mortgage.
Wow.
So if there's someone that wants to buy, new construction may be a viable option too.
Do you see a lot of new construction going on right now, or has that slowed down a lot?
I think it's still going pretty strong.
Yeah. Okay. So they must be forecasting demand for it.
Yeah, I think so. They still say that we have a housing shortage. It's just getting it affordable is a challenge.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Do you still see a lot of people moving from California, Washington, and Oregon into Arizona?
Not as much.
Okay.
I still think that's occurring, but it's not at the rate that it was.
Right. Why do you think that is? Just because of the interest rates and the costs, or
I do think so.
Or do you think just that big wave has already taken place?
That's what I think. I think the big wave's already taken place. The catalyst behind that might have been kind of that change from the work from home idea. And I think people that were going to take advantage of that have probably already done so.
Yeah.
And a lot of corporations, I think, are pulling back on that and want to get them back into the office.
Yeah, I think most of them have. Yeah. Most of those remote positions have gone back to in-office positions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes sense.
Yeah. Or they're adding one more day in the office per week.
Yeah, that's true. They do like a hybrid.
Yeah.
Yeah. I know for the construction company, I like having our employees, like the office employees, in the office because it just helps with the camaraderie of the company. It helps efficiencies. And, what's going to be more efficient when you're home, when you have to deal with stuff, or when you're at the office focused? And I think that's...
Exactly. I agree. Well, let's take a quick sponsor break. We will be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our Fourth Tuesday Mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
Heat and air, we're in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture rocks, cooling, heating, and plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love TRAK because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
TRAK is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting TRAK, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, we are back. We're talking with James Wendling, and earlier you mentioned that you're also a minister at your church.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about that.
I've been doing that for a little bit. I started off in the production of the Bridge Christian Church.
Right.
You were my mentor.
Long time ago. Yeah.
It might have been 15 years ago. I don't.
At least it might have been longer than that.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. That was probably 20 years ago.
Yeah, and so
not that we're aging ourselves, but
no, right. Yeah, it's just something that I've really grown to be passionate about over time, and I run all the production still there, so that's part of my task, and then I'll do a lot of the intros or the closings there at the church, and then every now and then they'll let me teach. So
cool. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
And that church has always been a lot of technology has gone into that church, because they had, before we had streaming, they actually had a live feed where they would go to satellite churches and feed their services, feed their teachings.
Yeah, I think we were on the forefront of technology at that time, really, because we were going to stream that to the different churches so that we can kind of keep our teachings going to all of our satellite churches.
Right. And way back then, we were using VHS tapes and CDs and different things to get movie clips or sound bites or anything like that. Now everything's digital. You've seen it progress just immensely.
Yeah. I have to tell you, I just love it so much now. I mean, compared to like where you have a VHS and you got to find like...
You got to queue it up, and it only sits there for a couple minutes, and then it would start playing automatically again. And
Oh, yeah. It was so stressful.
Right.
Now I just have a cut clip on a program, and you hit enter when you want to play it, and it automatically goes. It's so much nicer.
Man, you guys are spoiled now.
Yeah, really.
So tell us a little bit about the church. Tell us about the teachings, and then they have an event coming up also.
Yeah, yep. So what I love about our church is that it's really applicable to our lives. You know, I grew up in a church, and I loved that church too, but I will say that there was just times where I didn't feel like there was true application. But when I go to our church, there's like to-dos that I can do every weekend.
Right.
And it's impacted my life in a great way. I got to say I have a much higher knowledge of the Bible, God's principles that really have impacted my life in an awesome way. And stuff just makes sense. You know, if there's questions about theology, I have to just say, like, God's stuff makes sense. When you put it in implementation truly in your life the way God says it, I mean, life works better. His principles are logical, and it just is been awesome. You know, it's changed my life in an amazing way.
Right.
I've got a better marriage. I'm able to be a better dad, see my kids thrive, and that's really what it's all about.
Yeah.
So with everything that's happened, you know, we've had quite an event with Charlie Kirk's assassination, you know, just a few weeks ago. And with that being said, you know, we wanted to do a seminar called Why Bad Things Happen to Good People, because there's a lot of questions about, you know, Charlie Kirk was an amazing individual. He's an amazing individual for God. So why did that happen? And we'll have the answer for that. It takes place on October 5th at 1 p.m.
Okay. So that's this upcoming Sunday.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
This upcoming Sunday.
Just in, 5 days or whatever. Okay. Fantastic.
It'll be a 3-hour seminar about answering all those questions.
Okay. Yeah. And not only Charlie Kirk, but I mean, we're seeing it almost daily in the news. I mean, there was a church shooting the other day, and there was, you know, a shooting where some people were just sitting on the dock, you know, having a good time, and a dude in a boat came up and shot a couple of them. So
yeah,
just you know, in this fallen world, we're seeing it every day.
Yeah, just like it talks about in Ephesians 6, you know, our battle is not against flesh and blood, but it's against spiritual forces. So when you see the reaction that we've seen in our nation from the assassination of Charlie Kirk, where there's just people kind of woke up, right? And there was like a real revival, and I feel like a real passion to get back to church, get back to God, get back to his logical principles.
Right.
Well, you know, the enemy is just freaking out, and that's when, you know, you're going to see a lot more of this.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's true. Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
All right. So this Sunday at 1 o'clock, you said?
Yep, at 1 o'clock.
And where's the bridge located at?
It's on Cortero and Camino de Oeste.
Okay.
You just go south on Camino de Oeste, and we're on the east side of that street.
Okay. Fantastic. All right. Well, thank you, James, for coming in.
Thanks, James.
It's always a pleasure.
Good to see you, man.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
It was great.
All right. We will be back in just a couple minutes with Southwest Flavor.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 or go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love TRAK because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
TRAK is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting TRAK, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, welcome back to Southwest Flavor. Our next guest is Scott Tilley with TRAK Ranch.
Hey, Ron.
Good morning. How you doing?
Hey, Jeff.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. I see you guys got your race uniforms on.
We do.
Yep, we're ready to go.
We're ready to go. One of the reasons that we both wore our jersey from last year is because this year you're one of our beneficiaries for riding in the Tour De Tucson. So we have a team that we've put together 4 years ago, and every year we pick a couple nonprofits, and TRAK is one of our nonprofits that we will be raising money for and then donating the money.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
You're welcome.
Appreciate
Absolutely.
that very much.
Of course.
I was telling my wife about it, and she said, "Oh, I would pay $100 to see you in one of those Speedo outfits."
Okay, nice.
So you got $100 coming from my wife
There
anyway.
you go.
I'm not going to get in the Speedo outfit, but I will buy one of those jerseys.
Okay. And the new jersey will have TRAK on the back with the other 2 nonprofits that we're racing
we have
for.
We Care Tucson and Southern Arizona Book Heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So
right.
yeah.
Awesome.
Exactly.
Great organizations. both
Yeah,
of them.
yeah.
Yeah.
And we're, of course, we have all of our sponsors on our jerseys.
Yeah, we
and-
like to spread the wealth around.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I love it. How many miles? How many miles is it?
We're signed up for 63, but Jeff and I are both battling some back issues, so
yeah.
I don't know if we can be hunched over for 63 miles. We might go back down to the 32.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I got some butte at the ranch. We can butte you up and get you going for the race.
There you go.
A couple shots in the back.
Won't be able to move for the next week after that. But
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay.
It's about having fun, really.
Yeah.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
we know we can ride 60 miles. We probably can ride a lot more. It's just,
Yeah.
it's a long time to sit on a bike, hunched
Right.
over.
Well, at the 30-mile mark, you want me to just switch you guys out for some horses or what?
Well, you know what? I was telling Bernal, he could, if he wanted to ride in the 60, I'll ride the first 30, and we can
There you
jump
go.
on my bike and ride the last 30.
I love it.
Once you get in the groove of it, it's okay. But,
Yeah.
but 60 miles is a long time to have your back hunched over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Is
two,
that
you're in a race, so you don't want to stop and rest.
Yeah.
Because, you're trying to get a good time. So.
Is that why you guys are both having back issues? You little overtraining going on here, maybe?
It's part of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's old age.
And it's It's getting old and lifting things that you're not supposed to lift, and stuff like that. Doing stuff in your youth that you're not supposed to do. So.
How many miles did you guys put on this morning?
I did 25. I started a little bit late, so I usually start at 5, and I'll do 30 or 35. But I started a little
Good
later
for
today.
you.
Yeah. It's beautiful outside. It
was,
it was 68 degrees when I started riding this morning.
Yeah, it's sure getting nice outside for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've taken a break. I'm swimming.
You're swimming?
Yeah. So I'm up to 1.5 miles. So.
Wow.
Yeah. 64 minutes of swimming. So it's.
And you do it several times a week, right?
Yeah, I'm doing it 5 to 6.
Yeah. That's awesome.
That's
but
great.
I'm gonna get on the bike here. I gotta get my behind used to being on the saddle again.
Right.
Not your saddle, but
Well, you guys are in pretty good shape. Just this last weekend, I just got back from an off-road race, and a lot of people think, well, you just sit in the car and drive, right? I'm like, well,
oh man, you're bouncing over
in
the
an
place.
off-road race. You're getting it's like a 400-pound football player hitting you in the back,
Throwing you everywhere,
every 20 feet.
Yeah.
And it's highly intense. You're at race pace. You're doing 100 miles an hour through 3-foot whoops, and you're racing in the dust.
Yeah.
So you may not be able to see 40, 50 yards in front of you, but you're still going really, really fast.
And it's hot.
And it's hot.
You have air conditioner in those?
No, sir. No air conditioners. Actually, some of the pre-runners that we do when we like pre-run the Baja and stuff, some of the pre-runners have air conditioning in them, so it's a little easier to pre-run the race and put your notes in, because we run off a GPS, and you can find some different routes, but there are some VPNs where they, where you have to pass that point to be
right to get your progress.
Credit.
Okay.
But yeah, the training behind all that. I mean, I haven't been in a race car since 2019, 20.
Oh, you had some back issues also.
Yeah, I had. We had a couple of crashes and had a cyst on my spine that had to be removed, and had some complications with that. But yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when you get a little bit older, like we were talking about, it's like that old body just doesn't recover as fast as it used to.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about TRAK Ranch. Tell people, maybe if someone hasn't heard about TRAK Ranch, or they want to know a little bit more in detail about TRAK Ranch.
Well, TRAK, we're getting ready. November the 9th, we're coming up on 19 years of being a qualifying charitable organization. We've impacted close to 70,000 kids over this time.
Yeah.
But we don't only just deal with kids. We have toddler programs. We have programs for our elderly.
He looked at us when he said elderly.
Yeah, I was blinking. I was blinking over there at Jeff. We have the same barber.
Yeah.
That's why I kept my hat on today. I didn't want too much glare coming from this side.
Well, with James in here before,
I know, right? But no, we do a lot of really, really cool things in Tucson. A lot of events. Like I had Smooch and Rio out here this morning for the folks. But on any given week, we probably have 7 or 8 different like adults with disability programs that come out. They're getting vocational programming, life skills, common sense, just getting them out of their normal daily routine.
Right.
It's been very, very good for them. And then we partner with a lot of behavioral health organizations with our animal-assisted life skills and our equine-assisted learning. And one interesting thing about this is that in the mental health world, they deal with a lot of cancellations and stuff. And COVID really kind of changed the scope of that. Okay. Everybody kind of went to telemed. There was,
right.
There was just it changed the scope of anything, of pretty much the whole thing all the way across. But the one thing that they've always dealt with from even before COVID was cancellations. They had almost a 50% cancellation rate all the way across the board. The programs that we've run for these different behavioral health groups, we've had over 85% attendance. they all want to come. They all want to be there.
Nice.
And just about every time that we get another group of graduates that come through, they want to extend. They want to go longer.
Oh,
so
okay.
we roll them into becoming volunteers. So
nice.
at first they become their, they are receiving services. But in the end, they're providing the services back to the community.
Right,
So,
they get to serve other people.
So here I might take, like I've always used this one, a little girl that's lost her father. She'll come in. She's dealing with her own stress and anxiety and, coping skills and just learning how to deal with what's the next steps without her father. Comes through the program, gains confidence. Mom says, hey, this is the only thing that's worked. She's been in front of therapist after therapist, and she doesn't like them. The talk therapy's not working. The cool thing about the animals is it's a nonverbal communication. Right. So they're having to take care of this animal, learn about it, and then empowering them to go out into the community to provide a community service to, like, let's say an elderly in dementia care. They're for memory care. Here's this young lady that's coming there. She's going to sit down with an elderly gentleman, and they're going to have conversations over these animals. The mom's like, wow, this, you saved her life.
Wow.
You've saved her life.
And I know you have a lot of stories like that.
Yeah, and the caregivers at the memory care facility was like, what did you put in the Kool-Aid? He doesn't say 2 words all week, but the day that TRAK kids are coming, he's up. He's practically sprinting down to that courtyard with those animals, and then you couldn't get a word in edgewise with this guy because he's talking about his memories from his childhood of growing up with goats and chickens and things, and at the end of the visit, just to put this picture into your head. Here's a 12-year-old girl and an 80-some-year-old man walking down the hallway back to his room, walking the goat.
Oh, wow.
Together and just chit-chatting the whole way.
Yeah.
It's so rewarding. I mean, I look for the next opportunity to put people together and make these things happen because the kids they're not getting this kind of socialism through their phones.
Right.
They're not getting these interactions. They're not getting the common sense, the practical skills. And the ranch, it just has a way of teaching. It's the greatest vocational school ever.
Sure. It teaches you that you have consequences. You have to feed the animals, you have to take care of the animals, and you have to be nice to the animals. And there's good consequences and bad consequences, but everything you do has some kind of consequence.
Yes. And then when we tie that to the community service aspect, these are really the things that we're trying to teach our young people. Right. They're really the basis of being a great human being, being a community member, being productive member of society, helping your neighbor, it's really what we're trying to teach. And I think the ranch being right in the middle of the city, we're able to reach so many different demographics of folks because we're so close. We're not way out on the east side or way out on the west side.
Yeah.
So we're right off of River Road, right next to Green Things Nursery. We do have a big move coming up, Ron.
Yeah.
We're going to be moving about 200 yards to the south of us, not too far away. I've been working with the county for the last year and a half. Everybody over at the county, I cannot say enough, have just really been very, very good to us about making this happen. We're just waiting on the lease to come back from the county attorney's office, and then we'll get that set for the Board of Soups for the middle of October here.
Oh, fantastic.
Once we get the final approval, we'll have keys and we can get going.
Yeah, it's been a long journey.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
it sure has, and it's going to be a long journey ahead too because we've got to really got a heavy lift. We've got to move all those corrals, round pens, hay barn, and
the animals. You have almost 70 animals there.
We're down to about 60.
Okay,
yeah, we're down to about 60. So still a heavy lift.
Yeah,
quite a bit to do. But like I said, the people at the county have been phenomenal. The Board of Supervisors, all the way across the board, was unanimous approval for our conditional use permits and our variances. The Planning and Zoning Department, kudos to them. The people down there have really flood control. Everybody has come together to make this project happen for TRAK, and we're truly grateful. I'm so thankful for Tucson and the people that live here. They're so warm and very generous. Just a great thing, and I'm happy that Tucson is going to be a part of this TRAK legacy.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yep. Well, let's take a quick, let's take a quick sponsor break. We will be back in just a couple minutes.
In Marana, community isn't just where we live, it's who we are. And at the heart of it all is the Marana Chamber of Commerce. We are building a thriving community through connected business leadership. We start the month bright and early with Marana Mornings, sparking real conversations and connections. We celebrate growing networks at our 4th Tuesday mixers, hosted in exciting spaces. We unite visionaries and leaders at Impact Marana, driving meaningful progress together. We look ahead with Marana Insights, hearing directly from regional voices about what's next for our town. And we serve, through the passion of our board of directors and ambassadors, creating a culture of belonging through service and leadership. Because of our members, we're not just doing more, we're becoming more. Together, we're shaping the future of Marana. We are the Marana Chamber of Commerce.
Looking for a delicious meal or a place to cater your next event? Visit Tucson Tamale Market, located at 7286 North Oracle Road. They're a family-friendly restaurant and market offering authentic tamales and local products. Don't miss out on their summer bi-weekly specials. Try a new $10.99 meal special every couple of weeks. During the summer, enjoy their gift card special. Buy $50 of gift cards for only $40. Stop by and see what's new at Tucson Tamale Market.
Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road will help you with all your insurance needs. If you feel like you have a hard case due to a moving violation, a DUI, a suspended license or a car accident, contact us and come to Estrella Insurance on Irvington Road and get a quote today. Open late hours y hablamos español. Estrella Insurance, an agency you can trust.
My heat and air were in a state of disrepair.
September is here, the kids are in school, football has started, and it's still hot in the old Pueblo. Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing is your trusted, local, and family-owned air conditioning and plumbing service provider. We have been serving Tucson and the surrounding areas for over 24 years. Call Picturock's Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing at 520-492-0748 and go to picturockscooling.com to set up your next appointment online.
Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing.
Therapeutic Ranch for Animals and Kids is an inclusive community empowered and united by the strength of the human-animal bond.
It taught me responsibility. It taught me kindness and social interaction.
We have programs for every member of our community.
I love TRAK because I have 2 daughters. We come out here and get all of our energy out.
TRAK is my home away from home.
You can make a donation or even become a monthly donor.
Thank you for supporting TRAK, Tucson's Ranch. We hope to see you here soon.
I've had water and mold damage in my house twice. Both times I freaked out, but I called Steamy Concepts right away. If anyone tries to tell you to use someone else, just say no way and call Steamy today.
About a year ago, we had a flood in our kitchen, and we didn't think to call anyone else but Steamy Concepts. They were very professional, and we really enjoyed working with Steamy Concepts.
Steamy Concepts accepts all homeowners insurance. Call Steamy today or go to steamyconcepts.com.
All right, we are back. So, Jeff, we have a list of sponsors that have already committed to us for this ride that's coming up on November 22nd, which is the 42nd El Tour de Tucson, I think?
Sure, I'm going to go with that.
I don't know, something like that.
It's our 4th.
Yeah,
right?
It's our 4th.
It's our 4th. Okay. We have, of course, Picture Rocks Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing. We have Lady Baba Does Promo. We have United Healthcare. We have Fowler Chiropractic. Our 3 benefactors are TRAK, Southern Arizona Book Heroes, We Care Tucson, And then we have Edward Jones, Brian Gard. We have Combat Coffee. We have Live the Dream Media.
Yep.
We have Core Construction. We have Jeremy Silverman has 2 companies that he is sponsoring, HD Global and his new metal podcast.
Okay.
You guys are going to have to talk about that. The Better Business Bureau has...
very cool.
Yep, they signed up. We have Southwest Flavor, our very own podcast we're on. Alan over at Essential Tax and Business Services.
Okay, cool.
Rob Sander at Helpside. Arizona Construction Trades. Hughes Federal Credit Union.
Okay.
Trico's not on here. Trico. And Dirty Cactus Soaps. Levity Wellness. They're going to be offering massages or whatever kind of treatments that we're looking at.
Very cool.
I can show up for
Providing.
that.
Yeah. Whoa. Slow down there. We have Dr. Bernal, Moevaflex, Hercor Insurance, Luis, Australia Insurance, one of your partners in crime, Will Pena, L Design Studio. Elisa Ung is doing all of our design work. We have Silverado Rooter and plumbing. We have Conquistador Pest and Termite. And then our last one that we just got this morning before I came in was the Patch Boys.
Nice.
Caroline and David.
Very nice.
Big thanks to all those sponsors. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. We're doing good.
Yep.
Well, I just want to hand over the official 100 for my spandex outfit.
Okay, fantastic.
We
Can't
want
wait.
pictures.
Yeah, we do. We're not going to look at them, but we want them.
We'll put that on next year's jersey.
So Scott, TRAK has a couple events coming up that are going to help them out, fundraising for the move. Tell us about those.
Yes. So October the 9th, we're doing a private showing at the Galaxy Theater at 6 p.m., October the 9th, of the Tron movie.
Okay. So that's that brand new movie that just came out?
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's going to be actually shown before the movie comes out. So we actually got some permission from them to do a pre-screen.
Wow.
So that should be a really, really fun event.
Yeah.
We still need some sponsors for that.
Okay.
So you can go to our website, and then we have also a bagger event, a business. Well, I call it the Bullseye Business Bagger event because I really don't like saying cornhole.
You say it every time you say that.
I know, but I just. But anyway, because people are like, "Hey, what's a bagger event? Like, what is that?" Anyway, it's a cornhole tournament, but it's a networking. Really, it's a business networking. So we're getting all of our our business partners and friends together to come hang out. We're going to have refreshments and food. Going to have our petting zoo's going to be there. Smooch the little donkey and a couple of other additions will be there. So it should be a good time. That is going to be November the 1st. It's a Saturday from 9 to 2 at Brandy Fenton Park.
Okay.
So that way we could, accommodate the parking and have the nice grassy area to play cornhole and stuff like that. And I said it.
Bagger. We're going to bag it up.
Dang it.
Nice. So you're gonna have the cornhole event, but you're also going to have all the vendors out there. So
yes,
vendors.
So vendors, there'll be vendors. We do have some booths open. It's $100 for a booth or business partner. You want to come out and do a promo, set up your easy up, set up your table, and do some promo items or whatever you have. It's $100. With that $100, you get two-person entry into the cornhole tournament.
Okay,
I said
cool.
it again, Jeff. Oh man. Anyway, those are the two events that we have coming up, and then once we get this approval with the county, I think Chris and I have been talking a little bit, and I think we're going to try to do a day fundraiser at the ranch.
Nice.
Maybe get one of the local bands. We'll do some sawdust in the round pen, and have a little. Little bash, maybe a little fundraiser bash. Have everybody out to the ranch and cook a steak or whatever we can get done.
Yeah. So if people want to go to the movie, how do they purchase tickets for that?
So if you want to go to the movie, just go to our website. It's TRAKTucson.org, and that's TRAK Tucson.org. and we can get you signed up for any one of those events that you'd like. If you'd like to sponsor or just participate, just give us a call. If you'd like a tour of the ranch, please come by. I'd be happy to give you the tour myself.
Very nice.
And thank you to you guys for pedaling your butts off for our ranch. We appreciate it. And if the offer stands, if you want to switch out for horses at the 30-mile mark, we can do that.
Okay.
I'll have them waiting for you.
There you go.
We'll increase our MPH.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, we'll switch your uniforms to cowboy hats and cowboy boots. We'll see how that works.
And thanks for mentioning that, even though we're going to pedal our butts off for you, even though we don't have much to work with. Thanks for leaving that part out.
You're awesome, Jeff. Thank you, Ron, so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. So if I get cowboy boots, I can still wear my shorts, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. We call that redneckery.
I'll fit in. Well, very cool. Well, thank you so much for coming over and being here today.
Yeah, thank you. It's my pleasure. I love bringing Smooch over. Chris always enjoys him. He had a little bit of a rough morning. I think this morning he was a little bit excited on the radio as I was riding in, and I was like, yeah, maybe I'll just bring Smooch and ease his.
There you go.
A little Smooch therapy goes a long way.
It does. It does. It's always good to see Smooch.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys, and thank you Southwest Flavor and Live the Dream Media. You guys rock. Just keep doing what you do.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. That's another episode of Southwest Flavor. Check us out every Tuesday and Thursday at 9 a.m.